everybody. How are you? Thought I'd pop in here right now. I know that I talked, I think about 2 weeks ago, that I was going to do a Facebook Live every day. And hand to the Lord, Facebook went down the next day. Should I take that as a sign not to go live or not? I don't know, but I did find it was humorous. I want to talk to you today about being intentional. I did a workshop about 2 weeks ago about owning the room, because confident women own the room. You know when they walked into the room, you know when they walk out. And it's not because they make a spectacle of themselves. It's not because it's like, hey, everybody look at me. It's because they're confident. But how you enter rooms can be different if you're intentional. For instance, if I'm going into a room where it's a bunch of friends and we're sitting around having, a drink after work, I'm just going to kind of walk in and say hello to everybody, how's everybody, and take a seat. Because I want to be more friendly, more interactive. But if I'm at a meeting with, say, a regulatory body, I'm going to walk in much different. I'm probably going to walk in quieter, more discreeter, quieter, more trying to be unnoticeable, because I want to watch everybody else in the room. I want to see how everybody else is interacting, kind of body language. How's everybody coming in? Are they coming in refreshed and ready to go? Or are they coming in, ready to duke it out? So it always depends. At our fall conference, I want to own the room, but I also want to make sure our speakers own the room, that they own their platform, and that our attendees own their platform. So in that case, I become more of an interactive conduit, where I want everybody to get maximum, whatever they want to get out of that event. So you really have to be intentional. Who do you want to be? How do you want to appear? And what outcome do you want? And a lot of people will be like, well, if you're going out with friends or you're going out for a casual lunch, how can you have an outcome? Absolutely. Because otherwise, how do I know I'm serving people? How do I know that I'm helping people maximize what they want out of the interaction? Because it's not a one-sided, me talking to you, it's a conversation. So, and also it can be, if it's a regulatory meeting, my goal could be to blow up the meeting, because I'm not gonna like what they're gonna give me. I already know ahead of time what we want, and I know how regulatory meetings go, so my goal is gonna be to blow it up, to get everybody going. You have to be intentional. When you get up in the morning, you have to be intentional about who you want to be that day. How do you want to show up? And if you don't have confidence, if your confidence isn't zooming at a high level, it's hard. And I know I've spoke about this all the time. I lost my mojo for a couple of years. I mean, COVID kicked a lot of people in the butt. And I would have to really buck up to enter rooms in that, because I wasn't my most confident self. When you're your most confident self, you don't second guess yourself. Sure, I make mistakes, and sure, you'll make mistakes, and I'll say goofy things that I shouldn't have said, or I'll do something goofy, or, whatever. I lose my temper, whatever I do, that's okay, because it comes from a heart of goodness, and we all mess up. But if you mess up and you spend the next 6 months beating yourself up about it, then that's not healthy. If you go to work and people are like, man, she's got confidence. Look at her coming through the doorway, ready to kick butt and take names. And then you go home at night and drink 2 bottles of wine. That's not confidence. That you're faking it, thinking you're going to get it back, and you're not. And people pick up on that. So you want to make sure that when you come in and out of rooms, that you know what you want to get out of the room, you know how you want to help other people, and who you want to be. Do you want to be the friendly you? Do you want to be the workforce you? Do you want to be the leader you? Do you want to be the attendee you? Do you want to be the participant or the speaker? Do you want to be the healer or the more casual watcher? I love going to events and meetings and just watching people. I love stepping back where nobody can really, kind of going in with the woodwork, so to say, to watch people and see who they're interacting and see how they interact. Because I love human beings. And I think that's why I like to help women heal, because I can see it. I see where their confidence went. So when you're going through every day, you go into meetings, wherever you're going in and out of, be intentional to what you want. And it just takes a second to set your intentions. Also, though, be intentional with your life. Know what you want, all encompassing. I could tell you where I want to be December 25th, 2022. I can tell you where I want to be at the end of the year of 2023, because I have it mapped out. Because if you don't know where you want to end up, you're never going to get there. So you have to be intentional. This is where I want to end up. This is who I want to be. This is how I want to look. This is how I want to act. This is how I want everything to go. And then I want to move towards those goals, march towards those goals. So that's how you're being intentional. If you don't have that drawn out, if you don't know that, then it's hard to get there. If you need help with your confidence, please let me know. Please let me know. I think in confidence in women is the most important attribute that you can have. Because when you're confident, everything falls in line. Your weight falls in line. Your look falls in line. And most important thing is to be intentional. If you need any help at all, please, like I said, let me know. If you haven't mapped out your roadmap, let's sit down and map out your roadmap. Where do you want to be next year, a year, 2 years, 5 years? Because if you don't know where you want to be, it's hard for you to get intentional to get there. So we got to get to work on that. How do you want to show up? How do you want to look? How do you want to appear? Let me know if you need any help. If I offer coaching, check out my coaching. If you just want to chit chat and give me a direct message, we'll just chit chat. I hope this helped. Let me know if you have any questions. And here's to you finding your blue rose, and let's get your confidence reclaimed. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.